Ever get tired of working for a living?
Every damn day. But I've got a nasty addiction called money, so I do what I do.
All right, here we go. The road to earn $1 per day before the next bull market. Don't know if it's going to be possible, but we're going to see what happens. This may seem like a long shot for some people, and for some people it may not be a big deal. They may be doing this already, maybe earning more than $1 per day. This is something that the average person can do without too much difficulty. It just takes some time. You have to be patient. Do your own research. None of this is financial advice. This is just something that I'm doing personally. If you are new to decentralized finance, aka DeFi for short, it may be a little intimidating at first. This is called staking on chain because we're going to be staking directly on Polkadot network using the software wallet where I control the keys. Unlike staking on an exchange where they have full control of your crypto. Not your keys, not your crypto, as the saying goes. The current interest rate on DOT is approximately 15%. Factoring in inflation, they have it at 7.63%. Now, naturally, I'm assuming that this rate will decrease over time as more people start staking. I DCA every day. DCA means dollar cost averaging. I do that by using Binance.us exchange. Once I get to a certain time to withdraw, I do say time and not amount, because I buy using ACH, which is connected to my checking account. Binance US puts a hold on your funds for a number of days. You can buy immediately, but you have to wait to withdraw your crypto. I really like what Binance has done. Some people don't like using them. I get it. Shout out to Brian Schroeder. He's the CEO of Binance.us. He actually took my advice to help out the really small time investors. I suggested that they start dollar cost averaging, buying for at least $10 to Brian. He made it even better. For as low as $1, you can DCA on Binance.us. There may be a link in the description to open up a Binance US account if you don't already have one. Some people might say that $1 a day is useless. Everyone's financial situation is different. It is a market buy if you set up recurring buys as opposed to using a limit order buy, which is a higher price. This is for people that want to just set it and forget it until it's time to add more money to your account. Not financial advice. You do whatever you want to do. This is just something that they added back in, I believe, November or September of last year. Yeah, you literally just send a certain amount to your Binance account and set up recurring buys as low as $1 is up to, I don't even know, the max. And it will just buy for you every single day. I also buy the dip. Just like the past few days, the market has taken a nosedive. Actually, as I'm recording this, the market is getting decimated. Back to buying the dip yet again. Hey, if you believe in the future potential of blockchain, you're probably buying right now, just like I am. Just for reference, today is March 9th, 2023. So people can look back on this day, watching it in the future, to see how bad this dip actually was. On days like this, I still do DCA buys automatically, but I also make limit orders as well to try to take advantage of these dips as they do go down. I started this goal after having assets trapped on Celsius. I'm not the type of person that just sits idly by and don't take any action. I actually have already rebought all of my DOT back and then some. Everyone's financial advice, and financial situation is completely different. I understand that completely. I also wanted to do real quick a comparison to mining. So I got a chart right here for ASIC miner value. So right now with the DOT that I currently have, I'm going to go back for a minute and just show you guys something. So right now with this crazy bear market, people that actually have home miners like myself, because I actually have a small crypto mining farm. I actually mine crypto as well. But right now, that entire farm is powered off because it doesn't make financial sense to mine at a loss. So right now, let's just take Bitcoin, since that's what controls the market and one of their top miners that they have out. This S19 XP, at my current electric rate of 17 cents per kilowatt hour, I will be losing $3.45 per day. That's what I'll be losing. Now, and I don't have any Bitcoin miners or ASIC miners. What I do have is multiple GPU mining rigs, and I have quite a few mini ASIC miners. And right now, like this is one for mining Ethereum Classic. I will be losing 32 cents a day. I also have 3 of these mini Doge Pros. I will be losing 47 cents per day per miner. So that's 47 cents times 3 a day for that. I also have 8 of these CK boxes that would be losing 58 cents per day per ASIC. So that's minus 58 cents times 8. So right now it doesn't pay to actually be mining unless you're an industrial miner with like somewhere between like 4 and like 10 cent per kilowatt hour for electric. Then you're probably most likely still in the green. But right now, doesn't make sense at all. Now, going back to Polkadot. To actually start staking there, you go to Polkadot.network, and you can look over all of this stuff, and you will click on the start staking, and it will take you to this page, and you can see the interest rate that it pays, and after inflation, 7.63%. And you see 49.35%. That's almost half. You might as well call it half of the entire supply of DOT is currently being staked. Next payout is about 15 hours. I believe they do one payout every day. And if I'm not mistaken, like comparing back to the mining for a little bit, like the Bitcoin ASIC miner. You're losing $3.54 a day. And right now, with the amount of DOT that I have staked, actually making 0.394 DOT per day, which equates to about $2.10 per day that I'm making in staking rewards. Now you compare that to having a miner with all electricity and upkeep and trying to keep it cool, and you're losing $3.54 a day, as opposed to just staking, doing nothing. You're making $2.10 a day. It just doesn't make sense to keep mining. And of course, as the market goes up, just across the board, you're going to be making more money Bitcoin mining and staking, because as the price goes up, it's the more money that you're going to make per day. So if you go back over here, you would click on start staking, which would bring you back here. You got to have this Polkadot JS extension, and you could just this will actually have to put the extension up there so you can actually use the wallet. I'm not going to go into all the details about this wallet. There's plenty videos that you can go on YouTube or Google to show you how to do it, or pre-search. Pre-search is better, and you get paid to actually do searches using pre-search. You'll get paid the pre-token, which is awesome. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. I actually have 10 nodes running on pre-search right now, which is making more money than mining as well. All right, so you would go back to here. You would connect your wallet. Have the Polkadot JS. You have to give it permission. Then it will be connected. Then actually go over to, I'm not going to go into all of the details about, you have to do your own research on what pools you want to join. So I'm already in a pool right now, so I'm going to click on pools. If this wallet would connect. Oh, here we go. Now it's fully connected. So right now I have 959.9 dots staked, and I have a little over 1 dot that I can actually claim in rewards. Now, and if I'm not mistaken, I can go over to rewards. Yeah, like I said earlier, I pretty much think I'm earning about 3.394 dot per day. The calculations may be off by a little bit. So this is, if I'm not mistaken, about 3 days. So if I go over to payouts, last payout was 3 days ago that I actually claimed. I usually claim, if it's over 1 dot, I usually just claim it. Anything below a dot, I don't even bother claiming it. That's just my personal preference. But once I get to 1 dot, I usually claim it. I'm not going to claim this one now because I'm waiting for maybe a couple more days for my DCA buys on Binance.us to clear, so I can have that deposited into my wallet, and then I will come here to actually add, like, if I have like 100 dot waiting to withdraw, it will go right to here. This number will increase to whatever the amount that I deposit to. I will click max, and then there's going to be a small fee of 0.01, maybe 0.00 transaction fee to actually do it. It's minimal. And to actually withdraw dot from Binance, it's usually 0.1 dot. So during this entire bear market, it was about between 60 and 70 cent to actually withdraw it. That's their withdrawal fees. So yeah, the goal is to get to earn $1 per day. And right now, with the interest rate where it is, we're looking roughly about 2,450 dot. And I'm over 1,000. It shows 959 here, but I already have buys on Binance.us that I have not withdrawn yet. So I will be over. Matter of fact, I think I have a little over 100 sitting there now. So this will increase, which means the rewards will increase also. So that's the goal. That's what I'm shooting for. Like I said before, this may be a hefty goal, but let's see what happens. You have to take risks in life. So I'm going to keep buying, see what happens. And I'm trying to do this before the next bull market begins. So historically, the bull market, if I'm not mistaken, usually starts somewhere around 6 months after the Bitcoin halving, which is supposed to take place in April of next year. So I'm trying to grind this out to see if I can make this happen by the end of this year. Now, I'm not going out balls to the wall and just buying sporadically. If the market dips, I buy. Besides me dollar cost averaging every day. And if I'm not mistaken right now, I'm doing about somewhere around like $15 per day that I'm DCAing into DOT. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I fluctuate it sometimes because I'm dollar cost averaging quite a few other assets, and sometimes when I reach a goal on some assets, I stop the dollar cost averaging buying on that particular asset, then move what I was buying on that into another project. Like, let's say for instance, I stopped dollar costing averaging like synthetics because I had 200 SNX locked on Celsius. So once I get to that 200 that was locked on there, then I'm just going to call it a day on that. Take the money that I was allocating towards that and move it to DOT. And so forth and so on. I would do that with other projects until I get to this goal of trying to earn $1 per day. If it goes back to all-time highs, which I think was like 50 something dollars, $54.98. That's rounded down to like $50. And if it goes back to $50 before then, I'm looking at making $50 per day just by staking passively, not having to run any miners, not having to worry about any electric. Because I can tell you right now, that one point in time, this particular miner, this KA3, before Bitmain released it to the masses, this thing was making about $49 a few months ago. $49 per day it was making. And when they released it, the difficulty went up because there's massive farms that was just buying them and still buying them, which increased the difficulty, which will decrease your profit. This is a perfect example, like making $20 right now and running that miner, and yeah, you just can't justify it. So let's see where this goes.